Last time I told you I'd never open one of these. Then one arrived broken. Not my choice, someone else made it for me. So for the first time I can show you what's actually inside, the comic none of us were ever supposed to see. Turtles of Grayskull Wave 4, Mattel's Masters of the Universe fused with Nickelodeon's Ninja Turtles. 4 figures, Stealth Ninja He-Man, Hordak, Stealth Ninja Leonardo, April O'Neil. 3 stay sealed, 1 didn't survive shipping, and that one changes this whole video. Same rule as Wave 3, every figure here has its own reason for being dragged into this crossover. 4 figures, 4 completely different answers. Start with April, sorceress from Channel 6 News. Yellow bodysuit, callback to Harry Potter outfit. Light blue boots and braces. White belt with a medieval reed to it. A strip of plastic fabric hangs from the belt and runs up the torso, connecting to a white feather collar. Plastic feathers, straight reference to sorceress bird of prey look. Half helmet shaped like a falcon. Blue beak, yellow eyes, set into her brown hair. And here's my problem. The sorceress I grew up with was untouchable. April wearing that identity doesn't land for me. Same issue Tila had in Wave 3. Female characters keep getting forced into an 80s MOTU design language that was never built for them. The face sculpt survives it though, unmistakably April. And the wings, gold fading to white tips. 2 layers, long ones running down to her feet, a shorter pair covering her back to the waist. They anchor straight into that feather collar. Then the weapon. Looks like a giant brass hammer. Tall as she is, semi-transparent blue bulb inside the head. Except it isn't a hammer. Flip the card. Staff of the camcorder. That bulb is the lens. It's a medieval muse camera. Nobody dragged April into this war. She chased the story into it, and the story chased her back. Hordak's card is built differently. Skeletor and Shredder in the top corners instead of He-Man and Leonardo. This is villain packaging. Blue body, feet with strange, almost webbed toes. This sculpt leans into the monstrous side of the character. Metallic grey boots and belt. Black groin piece with a fabric texture. Grey bracers. Black band on the right bicep. Red bat emblem sculpted in relief. Same emblem again on the chest plate. Black armor, pointed shoulders. The collar runs up into a half helmet covering the back of the head. Not a full helmet, you'd lose the face, and the face is the whole point. White skin, red glossy mouth set crooked, black sockets, red eyes, blue crest. Now the right arm. Best gimmick in the wave, no argument. A metal band on the bicep runs a tube down to a cannon replacing his hand. 4 ooze canisters mounted along it. Ruthless master of the ooze pit. He doesn't guard the ooze, he fires it. And there's the ammo, a green semi-transparent ooze blast that plugs into the cannon. Wings sit at the back, black butt structure, red perforated membrane mounting under that neck guard. Card back, Hordak against Splinter, who's swinging a glowing sword at him. Skeletor sulked after losing He-Man. Hordak spent that same time recruiting Shredder and moving on Snake Mountain. He's not fighting the heroes yet, he's letting the villains wear each other down first. Stealth Ninja Leonardo, a ninja, but stealthier. The redundancy is the joke, and I'm fine with it. Turtle feet, no boots. Blue and brown shin wraps, straight out of the MOTU visual vocabulary. Black plastic fabric textured underskirt, running from the belt almost to the feet. Dark brass centerpiece tied into the belt. 2 diagonal straps crossing from waist to opposite shoulder. And catch this, armor only on the left shoulder. The right side has nothing under the fur. Left arm, turquoise metallic guard over bicep and elbow, shell-shaped, grey trim. Grey bracers on both arms. Yellow fur mantle spreading shoulder to shoulder. Turtle plastron visible under the straps. And then something the packaging never explains. 5 keys hanging off his belt. No source I found ties them to anything. They're just there. Head is classic Leo. Blue, no pupils, blue scarf. Black hood over it. 2 swords, dark brass grips, grey blades. The gimmicks printed right on the card. Place shroud overhead. Hood and fur come off together in one move. And the second they do, he's not stealthy anymore. The entire character built into one removable piece. Card back is the strongest illustration in this wave. Leo kicking Bebop while Stealth Ninja He-Man handles Rocksteady. He-Man needed a way into Snake Mountain and had no idea how. Leo already knew. He's not here for revenge or power. He's here because he's the one who knows the route. And here's the one that broke. Blister damaged in transit, which means this figure comes out. The only one in this collection that ever will. Classic 80s MOTU build. Muscular torso. Turquoise metallic skirt armor over an orange base. Brown fur covering. Brown fur textured shin wraps on both legs. Right leg adds a large two-tone turquoise knee and shin guard, shell-shaped. And look at the right boot, toe split open, toes poking through. That's not damage, that's sculpted. This is a stealth line. These two have been crawling through Snake Mountain and the gear shows it. Orange bracers. Left shoulder takes a shell-style guard in grey and dark turquoise. Right arm gets a small shield-shaped forearm plate. Red cross harness on the chest. That's He-Man, no ambiguity. Now the shroud. Soft material, hood attached, fully removable. There's a slit in the back for the Sword of Power. The card spells it out. Put Sword of Power into shroud. That shroud is the entire premise. It's what walks him into enemy territory unseen. There's also a small grey metallic piece in here, like a metallic belt. Fitting for a video about what stays hidden. Now the part I didn't plan for. Because that blister failed, I can hold the mini comic. Thread-bound edge. You never see this if you keep these sealed. He-Man in a half shell. Fourth mini comic in the series. Story and art by Freddie Williams II. Same hand behind the card back illustrations. And it's obvious the second you open it. Cover. He-Man. Manhattan skyline behind him. Inside. Michelangelo in the blonde wig. Tila. Donatello in man-at-arms gear. Casey Jones. Raphael. Leonardo. Skeletor and Krang show up. Bebop and Rocksteady crash in. Last page lands on Hordak. And Splinter pulling something out of the power of Grayskull. Big flash. Everyone left standing. I haven't read every panel yet. Doesn't matter. I'd buy this figure for the comic alone. Every other figure here chose a side. He-Man had his taken from him by the mutagen, and Grayskull burned it back out. He's the only one in this wave who got returned to himself. 4 figures. Ambition, patience, tactics, redemption. April chased the power. Hordak waited for it. Leo already had the skill. He-Man had to be freed before he could use any of it. That's real character writing, printed on cardboard, hanging on a toy peg. Most lines don't bother. Hordak is the strongest figure in this wave. That ooze cannon does more character work than most accessories managed across an entire line. April is the one I'd skip on a tight budget. The wings and the camcorder stuff are excellent. The rest doesn't hold together. These 3 go back on the wall sealed, permanently. He-Man stays out because that call was already made for me. And somewhere inside the other waves there's a comic I'll never read. I know exactly how good it is now. That's worse. Somebody publish a collected edition of these mini comics. I'm serious. Wave 3 is already up. Michelangelo, Tila, Casey Jones, Skeletor. All sealed, no exceptions. So tell me, would you have opened it or kept it on the card? Comments below.